guys, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Bredah Musili. Kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate your continued support through this journey. And welcome back to episode 2 of Storytime with me. And today we are focusing and talking about the reasons why I moved to South Africa. And just a quick background, my journey or my moving to South Africa started February 2017. So what were the main reasons why I moved to South Africa? So just a quick another background. So before I came to South Africa, I was a student at Kenyatta University. I was studying petroleum engineering. So that's where I was admitted. And that's where the whole episode of wanting to move out of Kenya and go somewhere else started. To be honest, I didn't specifically know that I wanted to come to South Africa. I just knew I wanted to get out of the country. And you're wondering, why would I want to get out of the country? I was in a good university. I was doing a great course. But I actually never felt like I belonged, that's for sure. So my venture or my task to get out of the country was mostly driven by the fact that I wanted to have I could start my life afresh. I don't know if you've ever felt that in your life where you feel like you want to move to a completely new place with people who don't know you and you just want to start afresh. So that was my drive. I literally just wanted to just get out of my comfort bubble, if I can call it, and just plant myself in another location where I could start afresh. So that is actually the main reason why I wanted to move out of the country. So I set myself into looking for schools abroad, and this was not an easy process. I feel like I should talk about this in another video about the whole process of moving abroad, applying for scholarships, finding residence, all that, because it's a lot. But I focused and I set myself into this journey and I never looked back. So that's why I'm here today filming this video from Cape Town, South Africa, to be specific. So as I was saying, I set myself for looking for scholarships, for schools, for applying all those things. And sometimes it is scary. Not even sometimes, 99% of the time it is scary, because you don't even know if these schools are real. Are these scholarships real? What if you go and they have bad motives, you go get killed or you become a slave to some people? But I really just wanted to take the big risk and just, they call it the big leap of faith, if I can say it. So I set myself into applying for so many scholarships, so many schools. And the reason why I'm in South Africa is because I got accepted to study here at University of Cape Town, and I got a full scholarship and a MasterCard Foundation. I feel that's a story for another day. I want to help someone. If you're out there and you're wondering how do you get into scholarships, how do you apply for them, are they real, how do you know if a scholarship is real, and all those things. So I feel like that's a story for another day. But just to summarize everything, the main reason why I moved to South Africa today is because I wanted to move out of my comfort bubble and just plant myself and blossom in a new place. And the way that I could do that was through education. So I don't come from a rich family that I can just wake up and be like, hi guys, I want to go abroad. So I had to find a loop to find my way through it, and that was through education and through scholarship. So that's why I'm here today. And was I scared? Yes guys, I was scared. I remember the first time I told my family about the whole idea of me moving here. That was after applying for the school, applying for residence, applying for my passport, applying for my scholarship. And this is interesting, funny, because I did all of these things undercover or chini ya maji, as Kenyans we like to say, because I knew the first time I would tell my family about it, they would not accept me moving out of the country. I was young, I was straight from high school, and they would just say I was crazy. You get me? So I did a lot of stuff just by myself, like applying for schools. I did that by myself, although I got help from mentors and an organization that I feel like that's a story for another day. But most of the work I did it by myself. So basically, the last thing I told my family was, listen guys, I have made up my mind and I want to go study abroad and I want to go to South Africa. And of course they came with all these, excuses of, we don't have money, which school are you even going to study, blah 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 blah. That's why I told them last minute, because whenever they would bring a problem, I'll be like, I already did that. Like they'll be like, so how are we going to get money for you to go to South Africa, pay for your school fees? I'll be like, I already got a scholarship for that, don't you guys worry about that. How about your residence, where are you gonna stay? I'll be like, I already got your residence, this is my residence, this is where I'm going to be staying. So guys, I was just so ambitious. I was young and I was ambitious. I missed those days. Like nothing came in between. When I set my mind to doing something, I really did it, and I'm proud for the younger self, because if it wasn't for that younger self, I wouldn't be here today. So I ended up convincing my family to come here. Of course, some of my family members were scared, others had these controversial theories of like, maybe I got a sponsor online and I'm stupid enough to trust them, but I had to keep my head high and believe in my dreams. And my dream was just ever to just blossom in a new location. So I remember the day came. Of course, my family threw me like a goodbye party. It was a bit sad because my little bro, I love him so much, I had to leave him behind, and all that. So my journey started, and that's when I feel like my real adulting life actually started, guys. Because remember, before I've lived with my family, whenever I needed my family, they were there, everything. And now I had to be miles away from my family, and that means I had to fill these big shoes and really grow up fast enough. I don't know if you get it. So the week to almost leaving came. I was super excited. I was around getting my visa, applying for my passport, shopping, having last moments with my friends. Like I was all over Nairobi the last week. I had like dates one after the other, like a date with my friend, the following day another date with a friend, the following day we're going shopping where and where. It was fun. I was having my last Nairobi moments. It was amazing, but in deep down my heart I was also kind of scared, but I couldn't show it to my family because I needed to be sure that this is what I want. And remember, I'm leaving a university, Kenyatta University, a good course, and I'm just leaving it. Like I feel like, no, I can do better. There's somewhere, maybe I just felt this is where I wasn't meant to be. Like there is a better place. Like you're probably watching this and you're like, God, what are you saying? Like it's sometimes so hard to explain it to people, but I'm sure at some point of your life you felt like there's always somewhere better, that if you just try a little harder and reach out, you can actually get there. So that was me that back then. So I left everything. I left my friends, I left my classmates. That was a bit sad, but the good thing is I never lost contact with them. We're still good friends up to now. So yeah, so that's basically my journey to South Africa. And yeah, so the day came. I remember I had a very early morning flight, at the airport. My whole family is there, everyone is crying, I am crying, I am sad, but I'm like, girl, you are working to what you've always wanted. It was like this magical moment that like I get into the plane and I sit down, and I realize when the plane just takes off, I realize there's no turning back. You know, like even before you're at the airport, you can turn back and be like, I don't want to do this anymore. But once the plane took off and I'm going to a country I know literally zero person, I knew no one here, like nothing. I just trusted. I trusted people I've communicated with in emails. Like, guys, it was crazy. So when the plane took off, I was like, okay guys, this is it. This moment is it. It's moving forward. Whatever I'm going to find in South Africa, there's no turning back. It's moving forward. I need to be strong because I put myself in this situation. So the plane took off. I was a bit stressed, but I was like, you know what, enjoy this moment. So I lightened up. I was cool. I even slept. We got to Cape Town. When the pilot is announcing, the altitude, you can see Cape Town. And I remember the first thing I saw is the Table Mountain, and it was just so beautiful seeing it from the top, because the only time I heard about Table Mountain was from my social studies when we were learning about folding mountains. I don't even remember that shit, but I was like, wow, I am finally here. And I could just see like Cape Town from on top, and it was just like this beautiful town, and I can see the ocean. I'm like, at least this ocean, that's at least feels homely a little bit, having grew up in the coastal area a little bit. That was like a bit comforting for me. So yeah, so I landed, and I'm at the airport, and I'm being calm. I was so calm, guys, like you'll be surprised. So yeah, so I take my luggage. Then at this time I can't communicate, because remember, my Safaricom SIM card can't room here yet, because I didn't know even how to connect and room things. So I was told that there will be someone at the airport waiting for me with my name on it, blah blah blah. So that was my only get away, or a get into this country. So I took my luggage, I went to the forex exchange, I exchanged money. I had money, of course. I was like, if things go down, then at least I have money. At least I can sleep for that day as I look for what to do next. Because I remember I got to Cape Town on the afternoon, around like 4 p.m. Yeah, in the afternoon. So I found this guy. It's a man actually, with my name written, Bredah Musili, blah blah blah. So I went to this guy. I was like, I am the guy, I am the girl you're waiting for. He was so lovely, he was so caring and so kind, that at some point I was like, what? Maybe he's just trying to fake it, and then when we get out of the airport, it turns on me, and then things get worse. Like you have those positive and negative thoughts like fighting each other in your mind. But yeah, so it turned okay. This guy drove me. So yeah, so I finally got to my residence, and I'm just by reception. They're admitting me, they're asking me for my passports, blah blah blah. They're giving me a room, and I'm there, and I literally just went to the bathroom, and I just cried for a moment, because I felt like the first step to my dream, I just did it. I don't know if you get that feeling, because for me this was like something I always wanted, but then I never knew I could do it and pull it, and the fact that I pulled it all by myself was just so beautiful. I felt like the most invincible woman, woman like in the whole world. So I just couldn't hold it. So I went to my bathroom and I chilled down, and I remember telling myself, you know what, so the journey has finally begun. You wanted a new place to blossom, this is it. So yeah, so that's my journey. That's how I moved to South Africa on February 2017. So I just wanted, guys, to move out of my bubble and just explore and just free my soul for once and just grow, basically. So those are the reasons why I moved to South Africa back those days. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to Storytime with me. I'll be posting and sharing more stories with you guys, because I want you guys to get to know me. So if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Come on, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Let me know in the comment section below if you've ever moved out of your family before. It doesn't have to be abroad or out of the country, just an experience that you were away from your family for a long time. How did it feel? What was your challenges? Because next story time we're going to be talking about my experience after moving here to South Africa, the challenges I went through, and the good things I experienced as a young girl in a new country. I love you guys. Bye.